Today we revisit one of the craziest deck builds we've made recently, and we get to play Big Voja. And with enough changelings, Voja makes Ouroboros look, well, kind of obsolete. Alright guys, so I don't do this very often, but we are going to be revisiting a deck list that we did probably a month or two ago. And the reason why I'm revisiting a deck list like this is because we've made some very minor adjustments to it. Not enough, in my opinion, that should be a new video, but this video did very well. You guys seem to enjoy it quite a bit, and we got a lot of brand new viewers to the channel because of this deck list. So I wanted to just put it out there one more time and showcase it with some changes that we made that I think are really fun, because this deck is actually winning quite a bit, and it's fairly shocking because it's pretty silly what it can do. But if you guys don't know, we are playing Voja today. Voja is a card that works extremely well with elves and other wolves, because you're going to be able to draw cards based on how many wolves you have, and it's going to up the power based on how many elves you have. This card is absolutely disgusting when it attacks, and it's built in with ward 3, so it does a pretty good job of when it comes down to not be interacted with, and then the following turn you attack in. Typically you're gonna take the lead far enough that you're gonna win the game, because we have things like changelings, right? We have a ton of changeling answers in this deck that are gonna allow us to become both an elf and a wolf, triggering the Voja double time, basically giving you the opportunity to benefit from both the elf side and the wolf side per each changeling on the battlefield. We've got this changeling. We've also got the mutable explorer. As you can see, we also have the core underneath this. These are all going to be changelings, but this card right here in particular is pretty cool because it also gets you a mutavault token, which can become a changeling as well. So if you activate this before you attack, it just gives you an additional changeling as well. And then because we are changelings, we get access to some of the best removal spells and draw spells in the game. Unholy Annex is going to be a huge value in this deck because, all the changelings count as demons. So you're going to be gaining all the life off of the Unholy Annex as well. And then all the removal spells basically behold dragons, which, they count as dragons as well. And then Ego Drain. This card has won me so many games today. And this one right here is just, it's the best sort of duress effect that you have in standard, but you do need to control a fairy to get the full value out of it, which is really good because obviously changelings. And last but not least, today's big change in the deck is Roaming Throne. If you can get Roaming Throne down and name Wolf, and you get to double Voja's ability, it's like a guaranteed win from that point. A lot of times you're going to ramp early with the core into the Voja, and then you're going to follow it with a Roaming Throne play after that, and then you attack in for twice the amount of triggers, and from there it's Concede City. I mean, it's pretty easy. The mana base is a little bit weird because obviously Voja doesn't fit the bill on any of this stuff, so you have to add a lot of these starting towns, Secluded Courtyards, Cavern of Souls, but you're going to be naming Wolf as your creature type every single time. It still works for your changelings as well, which is really nice. But yeah, been pretty good today. I mean, I think I got down to 90% today, pretty bad day. And this brought me right back to 95%. So we're feeling pretty good about this one. Still competing pretty strong with this as well. So hope you guys enjoy this. We'll jump right into it. Peace out. All right, guys, today we're going to be checking out one of your guys' favorite deck lists of recent times. It did extremely well here on the channel and people loved it. And today I wanted to try it out with a little bit of Roaming Throne action. I feel like Roaming Throne has been popping up with these elemental decks and playing extremely well with those decks. And I wanted to see how ridiculous it would be with our big wolf package, you know what I mean? So we'll see how this goes today. This hand, I mean, fantastic so far. The curve is just nasty. We get Ego Drain here on turn 2. So much mana to work with. Definitely Giada's got to go here. All right, so we're up against angels though. Angels can hit very hard and they go over the top, which is kind of tough for us. We don't really defend very well on the skies. All right, let's go ahead and just get this down. Leave myself the option to get down to Sneakling here. I can't attack, but I can gain some life. Another Annex is nice. These Annexes can produce these 6/6 flyers for us, which could potentially give us what we need to stay alive. Enough mana too to kind of play it already. Looks like my elf is gonna get sent away here, so let's get down our Sneakling for this turn. Might have to take some damage here on my own land, I think. Oh yeah, definitely Pay some life, get down a second annex, and here comes all of the room bug noises. 2 cards though, let's go. Ah, they're lands, double lands. I need to get a Roaming Throne and a Voja back to back here. That's the plan. That's the plan. It's a pretty good plan, I think. Let's get some defenses up here. And no attacks. Still draining the opponent out here, just drawing my lands. Casually just drawing every land in my deck. It happens. It happens. No Sheltered by Ghost, please. Or that. That's pretty bad, especially with the 6/6 token on the board. There goes my defense. Wow, they overcommit pretty hard here, in my opinion. I think they just lose here. A little bit of a whoops from the opponent there. A little bit of a whoops. I mean, we'll take the win. It wasn't exactly the win we wanted. We wanted that. We wanted to get that down, obviously, with our Roaming Throne, but that's fine. 93%. We're climbing back. We had a pretty rough day today. We got to do some climbing. All right, we get to go first again with a phenomenal hand. This hand is fantastic. We get to ramp into our Voja very fast. Lands are looking good. I really don't know how you beat this curve. I mean, I guess you'd have to be like a player running sweepers, right? Sweepers could obviously get us, but with the Voja coming down as early as it is, it's going to have Ward 3, which typically won't be able to get messed with for, you know, quite some time. Opponent's going to need a lot of interaction here. Speaking of the opponent, are they here? There we go. They decided to keep their hand. Must have been a close call. They might be struggling to hit land drops this game. You never know. This is very straightforward for me here, this game. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm already at 5 mana. They've got the Badger Mole, but again, I'm guessing because of how long it took them, they might be missing land drops here. That might have been their last land in hand. We'll see. All right, we're choosing Wolf. And starting next turn, we're popping off. But I assume the opponent also this turn is going to be popping off. How bad is it? Are we double Badger Mole cubbing or are we Ouroboros already? It's got to be one of the two, right? Good news is our Ouroboros, aka Voja, is about to go nuclear. A lot faster than any Ouroboros they may have. Okay, they can go find it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana left over. Yeah, Ouroboros, that's fine. They're gonna have to tap most of their creatures here though. Most of their field. And I get to attack first with my nonsense. Oh my gosh, it just keeps getting better. All right, we'll start with this. Then this. And then we'll make this green. And play this. Oh my god. This is insane. We both got Ouroboros, except mine is a little bit faster and bigger and better. All right, they're down to 10. We could still lose this game though. It just takes another Ouroboros or a Crater Hoof to win the game for them. So I can't really get too excited. I've had a phenomenal start, but it is Badger Mole Cub after all, which has been known to be a little dangerous. And all of a sudden they're playing blue. Tyvar's fine. All right, they're gonna have to play. Oh, I was gonna say they're gonna have to play defensively, but they say no. They're just gonna send their whole field to their doom. Okay. Tyvar gives indestructibility, or does it get indestructibility? It gets indestructibility, right? That's weird. That was a very weird attack. It's like they attacked without even looking up at the board. Sort of strange. Like I said, our Ouroboros was a little better than yours. GG. Okay, we get to go first. Our hand looks not good at all, actually. Glad we get to go first, but yeah, definitely can't keep that one, right? This is a little bit better. I'll drop one of these exhales. It's still pretty bad though, because I don't have any mana like colors for like anything. Like I literally can't play a single card in my hand. But it is better than the last hand. I just need like a swamp, I guess, and I'd be pretty happy with this hand. Okay, that works. That's actually playable. And it leads right into my annex and starts gaining me life immediately, so that's good. But again, it really depends on me hitting a land drop here. All right, that's pretty brutal. Up against another green deck again. Wow, it's that easy, man. It's that easy. Okay, so I've got a couple options here. I can either go annex and start drawing cards, or exhale to take care of the bill right here now. I feel like the bill is pretty scary, but I also feel like I need to get this. It's so tough. This is such a tough one, man. I'm gonna try to be mana efficient here, but I have a feeling I should have taken that bristly bill out before it gets too big, while I had the chance, you know? I don't think we're gonna have another chance. All right. And another land. Okay, so bristly bill is now too big, unless they put the counter on Fenrir, which would be a big mistake, wouldn't it not? Because Fenrir is gonna go away eventually. Yeah. Got it. Okay, I love that. Helps me with my mana. We'll choose Wolf and we'll play this land out. That way we can hold our counter spell open if we need to. And we'll pass the turn. Opponent's gonna get a counter on whatever it is they play this turn. That's okay. I say it's okay, but we're actually really far behind here. I need a Voja really, really bad. Really bad. I guess if I counter something pretty big here, it could be enough to get me back into the lead here. A little nervous. Heirloom. Okay, it is a scary card for sure. It gives everything trample potentially and another card draw and ramp. So yeah, that's got to go, right? It's definitely got to go. D ramps, D draws, no trample. Trample would have been too much to, you know, cope with too, so. And then I think for this next turn, I think I'm just gonna create a 6/6 demon. Maybe? I don't know. I guess it obviously depends on what I top deck, but it does feel like a demon would be pretty good for the turn. Oh, they're spreading their counters out too. Yeah, that's good for us. Okay. Maybe I should block. No, let's not block. Let's not block. I probably should have, but let's just see what happens. All right. Ouch. Down to 8, but I gained some of that life back immediately here. Ooh, it's enticing, man. That's really enticing. Drawing more cards, leaving myself in a pretty weird position here. I'm thinking we probably want to take out the Fenrir to prevent a card being drawn from the opponent, and then Ego Drain to take another card, and then we chump block the Bristly Bill. That seems like the plan, right? What do we think? Loading Zone to double the counters. This draws them cards. I think we take the Hydra off the table, and then we exhale, like I said, to take this out, and then we'll just chump block this and gain some life for the turn. We whiffed again on the draw. That's tough. That draw was pretty bad. I'm kind of shocked they keep grabbing white sources. Now that I've seen their hand, I'm pretty shocked the white sources were what they've been grabbing with these you know, these Fable Passages and stuff. Wonder why that is. Gotta be running some form of like sweeper, like Day of Judgment or something, right? Or Ultimas or whatever. All right, Loading Zone's gonna double the counters that they get for the turn. I guess they're gonna Demolition Field maybe? Yeah, they are. That seems really weird. That seems like a really weird play to me. But hey, it worked out for us in the long run, right? So it did work out for us. Get a good chump block here. They could have got more counters just by simply spending their mana to double the counters on this thing, but they would have needed 2 green sources, I guess, so there's that problem. Is that it? Nice, that's it. Okay, cool. Not cool. Okay, not cool at all. Hold on. What if we do 1, 2, 3, play this, draw 2 cards instead of just the one? I don't think that's very wise. I think that's a bad idea. Oh my goodness. Okay, we can't draw to save our lives. Okay, not good. Not good, bruh. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to think of how I can maybe bring up my my core to block next turn and then play another annex, but I think I'm gonna have just enough mana to do that. Only issue I'm having here is the fact that the opponent just played a Hydra, which, how do I compete with a Hydra, man? We're drawing so bad. It's just making my life so hard. Feels like I should block, right? Feels like we should. Hard choice, but it feels like we should. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Actually, we can do this. Okay, that works. 1, 2. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of removal now, which helps, but it doesn't help that much if they draw land here. If they draw land, we're just absolutely cooked. Bossing Say is pretty brutal too. Okay, we like that. Oh my gosh, the good game with the Fable Passage. Like, out of all the lands to get off the top, it's Fable Passage. Like, that's crazy. All right. I mean, we drew terribly, guys. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. We drew absolutely awful that game. It's okay though. GG's. Ooh, we get our first Roaming Throne in the hand. Let's see what we can do with that. Also got a little bit of reactionary stuff here early on, which is good when you're talking about going second. All right, we're gonna choose red because we want to make sure we have all the colors required met for the Voja. It's a great find. That's a great find. Hello. Now, I'd feel a lot better if we had a Cavern of Souls here, but I mean, what am I gonna do, really? Let's see. Any counter spells? It sure feels like a Doomsday Excruciator control deck, but I don't know yet. Obviously, it could be, but probably the most likely thing. Counter spell was brutal. And we choose Wolf. It lands. Wow, okay, it lands. And no removal spell. No counter, no removal. Counter target spell if the amount of mana was spent to cast this. You draw a card. Okay. All right, well, that's the perfect answer to get around my ward. Love that for us. Let's do this. Choose Wolf. We knew they didn't have a counter last time, but they did have the perfect removal spell. Let's see if they've got another perfect removal spell. I mean, they have plenty of mana to pay the 3 ward. Let's be real. I do need this to survive 1 turn cycle though, just a singular turn cycle, and we're good to go. Because we're gonna get 2 changelings down next turn. Oh my gosh, is it really gonna work? Can you imagine if I had Roaming Throne down? Can you imagine? How about this one? Okay, this one landed. It's a changeling, which means it's an elf and a wolf. We draw 2, we get 1 counter. Okay. Lost the changeling. All right, we're gonna draw 1. Just draw a singular card. Wow, I cannot believe how many things they just deleted in that single turn. Oh my gosh. Counter, removal, counter. They are cooking. I didn't need either one of those cards, so that's good. Actually, you know, the counter spell would have been nice, but I think obviously I want some changelings here off the top, or at least a Roaming Throne, something like that. I mean, that could not have been a better card. If I could have placed a single card on top of my deck, this probably would have been the one. Because it's a changeling and another changeling. So we get 2 changelings here. Getting 2 counters, 3 cards. And it draws us into some gasoline, dude. It just drew me into some gasoline, dude. Okay. That's fine. I can still counter. I think we win. I mean, I can still counter, and they're not going to be able to get a rupture. Even if they get so lucky they draw it on top, they don't have enough mana to activate the village to stop us from countering it. You know what I mean? Pretty sure this game's over. Man, I'm so bummed out, though. I really wish we could have had that roaming throne stick for a minute, but oh well. Good game. See what happens. And it all lands. Nice. Okay. Voja for the win. Voja for the win. Wow. That one was a little close. I think next game or next turn we were done for because they had the monuments for the exhaust there. GG. All right. We got the opponent going first. Our hand looks good. Hand looks really good. Okay. That's fine. I've got the answer. Behold the dragon. Let's behold our sneaklings, even though it's something I'd like to sneak in and maybe surprise them with, but that's okay. I mean, it's the cheapest one, so it's the first thing we'll be playing. If it's Badgermaul Cub, we might be in trouble. Okay, not a cub. And we get the counter spell. Oh my gosh, this is so good. We get options now. I love having these options available to me because if it is Badgermaul Cub and I counter it, it could be pretty crippling for them. Let's see if they waited to play the cub. Did they wait? They did not wait. That guy is pretty scary though. 5/5. It does the whole food token thing. All right, let's go take a peek here. Let's go take a gander at their hand. I love ego drain after the cave. It is so gross. These are all pretty scary things. I think this is probably the scariest thing. Yeah, I should probably prioritize that. This allows them to play extra lands each turn though. But they don't have any in the hand. Can they play off the top of their deck though? No, they can't play off the top. Okay, we're good. I think I made the right choice. This guy is a mana dork with reach, 2 mana of any color to do mount spells. All right, well, we're not doing exactly super well here at the moment. We're not drawing very well is what I mean. I need an Annex or a Voja. Basically, if you don't get an Annex, Voja, or a Throne, you're pretty much dirtling, and you dirtle too much, you get ran over. Got to avoid the dirtle. All right, well, it looks like they're gonna probably send everybody, I would imagine. Oh, never mind. I think I'm willing to trade with that. I think I am. It gets so big if they keep exiling things from the graveyard, you know? We're not dirtling anymore. No more dirtling, guys. We're good. Oh, I should have chose red or white. Oh my gosh, that's gonna backfire, isn't it? Oh no, we got the core and the wolf. Okay, we're fine. I thought I just screwed myself with that land drop, but we're good. Top 6 cards reveal a creature card mana value less than or equal to the number of land cards or land you control and put it on the battlefield. So 3 mana. They can go up to 3 mana creature right now, and they paid a lot to do that. So I will accept that as a win for us. They just paid 6 mana and tapped their whole field to play a 3-drop at the most. It could be a 2 or 1-drop. Apparently they have very good options. Okay, that is a good option. Oh my goodness, it just keeps getting better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do this and this. Bang, let's go. Okay. Come on, Voja. Come on, Voja, we need you here. Looks like they're gonna do the loot thing again. This time for 4. I mean, loot's a really good card. I guess that's why his name is Loot, huh? He goes and finds you things. He's looting for him. I never really realized that. Do all the loots have looting abilities? I'm actually curious. Because isn't there a loot that's teamer colors? It draws you cards. I guess it does kind of loot. That was weird. Why do our opponents keep doing weird things? Roaming Throne's pretty sick. Yeah. Wolf, please. I mean, yeah, let's play this and then hold our counter spell. We're still looking though for the Voja. We need the Voja. I could have swung in there for my 6, flyer, but I don't think I really should have. Well, maybe I should have. Actually, now that I'm looking at their life total, we probably should have. It would have put them on the clock for the following turn. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can still actually, I can still one-shot him here. I think holding back is the right call on the math, because I swing in this next turn, and then they'll take him down to 4, and then the annexes will take the rest away. And I have a counter spell this turn too, which is really nice. I can just counter whatever they try to play here. They've got a lot of mana dorks though, and this thing is making all their creatures produce mana, so I don't think the counter spell is going to work too well. But if they have to pay 4 for it, they literally walked into the worst case scenario. Poor guy. Poor guy just walked into the worst case scenario. They just expended all their mana for their X cost Genesis Wave. I could not have wished for a better top deck for the opponent there. Ouch. Ouch. All right, we get to go first this time. Hand looks good. Nothing crazy, but it looks good. I need this for a black source, unfortunately, but I do need it. You always want to try to spend these multiversal passages for the mana for the wolves, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna just play the green source. That way they don't know what we're up to just yet. We may need this Cavern of Souls pretty bad. I hope. Well, actually, I don't hope it's a good card, because if this is a good card, that means they're running counter spells, and we don't love the idea of that. See what happens. Does it land? It does land. Annex on the field. Okay, one of our engines, and it's going. We draw another swamp. That's okay though. The multiversal passage being a swamp ended up being fine. We find 2 wolf lands, which is all we really needed. The opponent showing red in the fabled passage. I am not too sure what they're on or what they're doing, but this was a really nice top deck, because again, it allows me to do my ego drains, and the annex is gonna gain me some life now. I get 2 ego drains here, which is so good. And they're destroying my enchantment. Oh, they're Flood Maw. Okay, nice. Nice. I respect it. Oh yeah, you're gonna try to one-shot me with your Harmonizer? I think not. I see what you're up to, pal. So they're trying to do the Harmonizer thing, and the way this deck works is they're trying to warp this in for 3, pump it up like to the maximum, sack a bunch of fabled passages, double its power, and then it just one-shots you with haste. It's a really easy combo to win with, so I'm glad we were able to disrupt that. What's its toughness? Is it a 4/4? So the exhale doesn't quite get it, which is pretty scary. Oh well though. Oh well though. The ego drain for the win, man. Ego drain, just that good. Alrighty, we get to go first again. Hand looks sweet. It just looks a little expensive. I mean, we can get there. Has just one more land drop. One more land drop. We got ourselves the core into a Voja. So wrong card. Yeah, Behold the Dragon. I have to. Okay, not good. Not good. We drew another core. Yikes. How about another land? Can we go for another land, maybe? Okay, it's a land, technically. Technically, it's a land. I should probably go Ego Drain just to check and be safe here. I know I gotta discard something, but I think it's worth it. Yeah. Well, that's a bummer, because they still have this guy, which can go find an Ouroboros, but they're gonna have to play an elf first this turn, or both their elves, which will slow them down quite a bit. Sorry, my nose is itching. Okay, swinging in for 3, that's fine. I don't love it. Can't say I love it. I think we lose here, guys. I think we lose here strictly because I just couldn't hit a land drop, but to be fair, they couldn't either. I don't know, I guess if I get Voja down this next turn, we're still fine. Maybe not. It's a lot of damage. Okay. Yikes. Okay, this is bad. This is bad. If I play this, I take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 going wide. So it's not the answer. If I play this, I also lose, right? No matter which way I play it, we lose. So actually that takes damage too. I gotta play this then. That might have saved us. That might have saved us, actually. Hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Oh no, hold on. Wait, 3. Okay, I don't love it. I don't love it, but I have to use my exhale here. I have to. Let's use the exhale. Hold on. No, let this ride for a second. Let this ride. They discard the Genesis Wave. And they go find an Ouroboros, right? This isn't the same player we just played, is it? It feels like it might be. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna block here. We'll hold the dragon, take out this, and we get another turn, right? I guess so, but we draw pretty bad, and that'll do it. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Back to 4. I take this out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus the Ouroboros. Okay. I mean, we gave it our best shot, guys. We couldn't draw a land in that one. You can't win a game without lands. It is what it is. I had a feeling that might happen. Oh well. All right, the opponent's going first. Our hand looks pretty sweet leading up to like potentially a pretty big Voja play. Looks like discard. Yep. Voja's gone. Well, that's pretty bad. That's extremely bad. Might be another loss here, depending on how well they tempo us out here. I haven't had the best of luck against discard when they just, you know, perpetually just hit your hand over and over and over again. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what to say there. Do I take damage on this one? No, I don't think they're gonna. Well, they might play a Deep Cavern Bat, and I might regret not holding that open. But wow, I do regret it. Deep Cavern Bat. I knew it. I knew it when I. Here's the deal. When I let go of the card and I realize it as I'm letting it go, it's like the worst feeling ever. All right, we're gonna go with probably red. And the opponent, for whatever reason, didn't take my exhale, so I guess I'll count myself lucky. I guess I'll count my blessings here, because they could have taken it. I guess they're really scared of the Annex though, and that makes sense. They're a discard player, so you know the worst case scenario for them is me actually refilling my hand. It's pretty easy to beat discarding decks as long as you got your draw engines, which, I mean, they took my Voja, but I immediately get lucky enough to draw 3 Annexes in a row, so yay me. I kind of deserve to be punished though. I don't know how we got lucky enough to get out of that one. Didn't leave my exhale open. Feed the swarm. That's fine. Unlucky for them. I've got, you know, 2 more of those. Unlucky, my friend. Unlucky. I'd be pretty triggered if I saw that. Again, though, I mean, the opponent running Feed the Swarm, that's pretty uncommon for mono black players. They do run it sometimes. It's just, it's a little more on the uncommon side. And, you know, if you want to talk about luck, that's pretty unlucky for us too. So, let's do this. That way we can just create it. Well, actually, I don't want them to take this one from my hand, right? So let's get this one on the field. Not too shabby. And keep in mind, the opponent could at any point in this game just one-shot us. I've seen people do this with the Bloodletter Aclazats, where they play the, you know, the card that says you lose half your life or whatever. It's very possible they pull that, you know. Could be their win con. But it does seem like they're leaning way more into the discard game plan. But the Aclazats does kind of throw me for a bit of a loop, like, well, Maybe they're traditional mono black mid-range. Who knows? Demon package. Speaking of demon package, here's my demon. All right, still only drawing one card a turn. I have the 2 annexes out there, but I have to keep paying for these demons to block. Okay, that's fine. I don't really have much I care about them taking. I mean, the roaming throne is the card I want the most, of course, but we'll see. Yeah, I figured. Okay, they can't attack though unless they've obviously got removal here. Love that for us. Can't draw very well yet again, but hey, we're drawing 2 now. Drawing 2 helps a lot. And I'll flash in my Sneakling here. Hopefully they forget about it. Hopefully they don't realize that it can be flashed in. Who knows? It is a card not a lot of people play, so still catches people off guard even when they know it's in the hand. You gotta love how our top decks have been going today, huh? You gotta love that. All right, looks like they've got some form of removal. I mean, they're touching their card quite a bit. Yeah, they do. Okay, removal for the Sneakling. I was wondering what it was because it seemed like they got excited to take the Sneakling out when I had the 6/6 flyer out. So I'm like, that seems kind of odd that you just now have something. But it makes sense. Nowhere to run. Minus is 3/3, so it couldn't have hit my demon. Counter spell is huge. That's beyond huge because it shuts down their potential win con if they get lucky off the top here. I give it to him. I can afford to drop a land here, and again, I think this is really important to just hang on to. We're basically just bleeding him out with my annexes, and we're gonna win the game. Really wish I could have won this game again with Voja and like the throne, but can't seem to get those 2 cards down on the battlefield at the same time to save my life today. All right, so now they're in a position where they need to block, and I'm at 24 life, so I didn't mean to send in the Sneakling. That was a bit of a bit of an overextension there, my bad. Oh, okay, GG's. Weird. Very weird. Not willing to give themselves another chance, or maybe they just didn't realize. But GG. All right, we got the opponent going first. Our hand looks okay. It's a little, oh, there we go. It just got a lot better. Mono white, you know, I'm gonna pay life for this just to give my exhale a chance here. Might be tokens or, well, if it's Voice of Victory or something, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. Okay, auras, that's not bad. Glad we left it open this time. Also glad we got both of these, 2 engines in one hand. Is it my birthday? All right, let's go wolf. I love how you can play the changelings off of the wolf mana, by the way, but unfortunately you don't get the effect that it can't be countered, you know, which is a bummer. The opponent kept a 1 creature hand. This whole hand is just stacked with auras then. Okay, that's fine. Sure. The good news is that my Voja has ward 3, so hopefully they don't find another land drop here, because I could potentially avoid like a Sheltered by Ghosts for now, but if they find another land drop this turn, they could pay for the ward 3, and if they do, that might be good enough to beat us. So a land and Sheltered by Ghosts. If the opponent meets both those conditions, fairly certain this game's over. If they don't, fairly certain I win. Land. Shelter by Ghosts. Okay. Well, we had a feeling. We had a feeling. You know what I could do though this turn? I could just at least create a demon and then maybe take out any other potential threats from their hand with the Ego Drain. So how am I gonna do this for mana? I'm gonna have to pay life, aren't I? Yeah, gonna have to pay some life for that. That'll give me a blocker, and this will take care of any nonsense like another Sheltered by Ghosts or something. Shard Mage's Rescue is pretty annoying, but so is Ethereal Armor, really. They can't really do anything with that current hand that we see here. All right. Roaming Throne is pretty fun. But so is Double Annex, baby. Gonna gain 4 here. Shard Mage's Rescue's no good for them. Dude, I really wish we would have got a lot more action with the Throne plus Voja combo. Before I started recording, I hit the combo like 3 or 4 times. Maybe I need to put a 4th Roaming Throne in the deck. But to be fair, it's like nothing can stick on the field long enough, it feels like. Got him. I wonder what that last card is that they drew. Obviously nothing good enough, but would have been curious to see that. Good stuff, man. That was an easy one. That felt like a pretty easy win there. I'll take it.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, you know Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.